the political. This one not the off in mind. Can in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down. My ego don't come. My people make we shout down. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego die the political. My ego don't come. This one not the off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout. Mayegun don't come. Man of the masses.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, IPOB number 1.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun diary, IPOB number 1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, IPOB number 1.
Thank you so much for joining me and for waiting as well. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun today.
Mayegun
diary, IPOB number 1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, IPOB number 1.
Mayegun diary.
While we were getting ready for this broadcast, the news filtered in, and it's that the governors and government of Eastern Nigeria, they are now in debt to the tune of 8 billion naira. They are owing IPOB tonight.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Those who are telling you that you are going to cry for 8 years, are they watching? Please invite them. Those of you who are going to drink Mayegun's tears, or you are going to drink Gari, or cook rice, cook noodles. What else are you going to cook our tears with? Please invite them. I only have one thing to tell you. For that next 8 years, I hope you will be rich enough to afford Gari. Obedient. Invite yourselves too. Tonight is going to be all about everyone. You may feel like, why is he smiling? Ah, everybody is not smiling for now. Well, sometimes, while Elekun is sukuin, the alayo will be yawing, which is simply put that this life that you see as some are sort of mourning, you will see others who are indeed celebrating. But none of this is to make you feel uncomfortable tonight. But I have to tell you the good news first. Okay? While we were waiting for the tonight's broadcast, the news filtered in that apart from the fact that the federal government of Nigeria is owing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is being owed 5 billion naira court judgment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also being owed by the government of Eastern Nigeria of 1 billion naira. Now, today, the indigenous people of Biafra took the Eastern Nigerian government to court because the process that resulted into the proscription of IPOB, when they called IPOB terrorist organization, the people behind all of that were the former governors of Eastern Nigeria. So in 2017 or thereabout, Boko Haram declared and proscribed IPOB. So IPOB went to court, okay, by taking the government of Eastern Nigeria, the people behind it. One of them today is the Minister of Works in Nigeria, Devil Umahi. So today, that IPOB, IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, is of people of the eastern part of Nigeria who are campaigning and advocating, calling for a referendum to determine if they want to be part of Nigeria or not. They are those behind the independence agitation for the people of Biafra. In a democracy, it is a welcome development. In Nigeria, they decided to criminalize it and they started killing every young person that they could label IPOB. They used their media to blackmail them and descend on them until the point when they had to set up their own criminal political gang called Unknown Gunmen. So with all of that effort inside their own courts, today, the court said IPOB should be paid 8 billion naira in damages for all of the human rights abuses that they have suffered in Nigeria. At this moment, if you combine every debt that Nigeria and their contemporaries or whatever subsidiaries have accumulated, incurred on you Nigerians because of IPOB, right now is over 12 billion naira. And this is the truth. They might be telling you other things on your media in Nigeria or elsewhere, but none of everything they've managed to cook up and then deceive you with has been proven, even in their own courts. The kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu by Boko Haram has already cost Nigeria over 6 billion naira. Just so you know. And yet, in every time they manage to take him to court or call his case, he has won every case. as well. That's also a fact. So when his lawyer came up earlier, he kind of elaborated more. And I'm going to ask you to listen, please.
That scored this landmark victory at the Enugu State High Court today on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The subject of this lawsuit is simply the proscription of IPOB in 2017. Firstly, by the Southeast governors who fired the first salvo on 14 September 2017, followed by the executive decision of the federal government to proscribe IPOB and declare it a terrorist organization. We didn't come to court to contest the judicial proscription. It's a different matter altogether. But the executive decision or executive action taken before the judicial decision. Why? Because such actions are prohibited expressly under Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution. It's a fundamental right of every Nigerian citizen not to be discriminated against in the exercise of government policies, actions, and decisions. It's clear under Section 42 of the Constitution. A lot of Nigerians are not aware of this, so they let it fly each time the government steps on them through its executive actions or decisions. But we are vigilant to that. So we noted that the action that the Southeast governors took, proscribing IPOB, was an executive action. It was an executive decision, followed 3 days later by the federal government that raised a memo through the Attorney General of the Federation to the President approving the proscription of IPOB and declaration of the group as a terrorist group. All of this together combined constitute the prohibited executive actions or decisions they sought that Section 42 of the Constitution prohibited. It's a fundamental right, meaning you cannot violate it and get away with it. It's a right that is inherent in every Nigerian, in all of us. So our case in chief is that there are other ethnic tinged organizations across Nigeria that pursue one group interest or the other, political mostly, or commercial. I'm not here to name names. Nigerians know that there is a proliferation of ethnic tinged organizations. Some of them are even very evidently violent. But the federal government never took any step at all to either proscribe any one of them or to declare any one of them a terrorist group. But it took this proactive step, supported by Southeast governors, in targeting IPOB particularly, because IPOB caters to the interests of the Igbo man and their cousins from the south side of Nigeria. There is no way of denying this. You can make all these allegations in the media and in beer parlors and everywhere, but if you don't take them to court to be adjudicated, they will remain mere allegations. So we decided that the next best thing to do, that instead of debating this in the public, let us test the authenticity or the wrongness or rightness of these actions taken against IPOB in court, and we did, and we prevailed today, to the glory of God.
So what
Thank you.
Said the take home from this judgment? One is the fact that 6 years after, you want to take that instead.
Yes.
To test the potency of that.
Well, okay, it's to the glory of Nigerian law that pursuing fundamental rights doesn't have or does not admit of statute or limitations. You can pursue your fundamental rights anytime that you wake up to those rights. So you cannot be defeated by a fluxion of time. So there is time for everything. Even in the Bible, it is said that there is time for everything. Because of the escalation of the persecution that is being tagged as prosecution of IPOB members, mostly Igbo youths and some from the South, by the departed government, the previous government, and because maybe the present government has not come to terms with that, we decided that every right broken must be pursued in court. Every wrong done must be pursued in court.
Finally, out of the 7 days, 1 to 3 were granted, they even to be heard. So what would you say you wanted out to for the court for him to mediate the appeal at the Supreme Court, which this court said it doesn't have jurisdiction.
Yes, of course, we are lawyers, so we are going to go for the whole hog. So we asked for a whole lot of reliefs, including stopping the prosecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it's grantable, but the court declared that it doesn't have jurisdiction to do so. But it proceeded to graciously grant the reliefs that in its wisdom, it felt it has jurisdiction to do so. Number one, it declared as unconstitutional and as a violation of the fundamental rights of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that action of proscription was taking, proscription and declaration of IPOB as a terrorist group violated Section 42 of the Constitution. That's a big win. And then secondly, the judge upheld our argument that self-determination is not a crime and therefore cannot ground that scored this.
And that's a 8 billion naira video you just watched there. And that was why I have been kind of smiling. Somebody said, who is going to pay? That who is going to pay the money? Is it Nigeria, the lawless country? Of course, just pile everything up, okay? And keep putting them on one another. And there is going to be a time they are actually going to pay, okay? So for being another win, let's use this one to hold body.
Oh, you do IPOB. Oh, Mary, oh, Nindizu. Oh, Nindizu. Abakare. Mama, Daora. Unapuri, Mary, Nandi. Nandi, win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Now, Python, that's a three. Unapuri, Mary, Nandi. Nandi, win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Now Python, that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nande. Nande go, oh, you do IPOB. Oh, Mary, oh, Nindizu. Biruya. Abakare. Mama Daora. Unapuri Mary Nande. Nande win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Now Python, that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi. Nandi win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Now Python, that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi. Nandi win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Now Python, that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi. Nandi win the war. Python, that's one. Python, that's two. Now Python, that's the three. Unapuri Mary.
It's not going away and it's not going anywhere. It's just like that bone tied in the neck of a dog. The dog can't eat the bone and the dog can't take the bone away. The easiest thing is for the political system, including all of you who are fighting for one Nigeria, one Nigeria. It is the moment of truth, though. And like I said, I am not going to use tonight to continue, to kind of make it look like I told you so. Okay? But in fact, it's actually going to be about, right, the moment that you have to now tell yourselves the truth based on your own experience, having tried to save Nigeria. Okay? In your way, one Nigeria. So let us get into today. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has legitimized every crime committed by Tinubu, every constitutional infraction. And we are going to dissect that tonight. Crime is now legal. And just yesterday, Lil Bawa was released after he was locked up. And when he was released yesterday, EFCC, former EFCC chairman, Baba, they no charge him for anything. No. The takeover is done. The Supreme Court has delivered, but there will be more. It no go end there. I feel like make I just kind of put this on to put me in the mood.
Man, see they for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still
Politician wey the probe don enter for power. A quick reminder, Torí Ọlọ́run, all of una, starting from the Buhari Deans, the Buhari Didiris, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Nnekaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the on-boot slaves. Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers, the Agbadorians, Abina the Agbadomighty, whichever category you are, as a bad idiot, you would have tears, as you will call the expose on the criminals that are going to continue to make your life hell. So if talking about them and reminding you of the consequences of your choices and what Nigeria will become if you will call that tears, Baba, people go donate tears, yo. But the only problem be say, those of now we won't take tears, drink Gary. Gary is expensive now, and it's going to get worse. Those of now we won't take tears, soak noodles, abina flakes, anything you want take people's tears, shop for the next 8 years. I hope you will be, if you are alive, I hope you will be alive enough to be able to afford that Gary. But as for tears, you go boku. Because even you, no matter how much you continue to pretend, you know, a lot of you, ikenu agbesinu legbingbi, akunsinu lelede kun, oro inu elede lo ngbe, alatala yin ba ja, alatala yin ba taja yin ba la, inu aja yin lo nku si. Sorry if you don't understand that, what do you call it, those verses, but I will explain them to you. You know, say me, I can freely express myself based on what is going on, without holding anything back. But when you look at those who are APC, the suffering and smiling suffer Eddie, in public, on social media, everywhere, you will see them telling you, you can continue to cry. You can continue to cry. Now, so they cry because you have the boldness to speak out. As they are suffering, going through hell, they no get the liver to condemn the criminals that they have decided to defend. So now small inside, they go to complain. You say, bros, can I ask you for something? What's that, bro? See, I haven't paid my child their school fees, and they have been complaining and complaints have been very hard, very tough. And then you are like, Abba, this is not the favor your family need. Yeah? May this hardship favor me and my family. Oh, Abi, Shebi, you supposed to say, okay, may this whatever it may that thing favor you and your family. May this Tinubu's government favor you and your family. If anybody asks you for anything, when you say, then they will be like, Baba, you know that one our cruise now. That one, politics of, we didn't know that like this it go be. They cannot cry outside. Now from inside their different dinghies, inside their sewage settlement. Now from inside the place, they are lamenting. They are not even bold enough because they don't want people to hear them. You know, send this small thing that you say, this one don't they cry, yo. When somebody can say, my business are so tough. Somebody said, Computer Village in Ikeja is so dry these days, except for those who want to go and fix their gadgets, right? When you go to all those shops, it's not like bubbling as it should be. So when you now tell them that, shebi na una wanted Tinubu, they will say, Baba, leave politics aside. We don't need to be, we should all come together. And make Nigeria work, as if to say now you be the laborer. Anyway, let's go back before I begin to take you on that drive of, you know what I mean? Because very soon now, they go say now me. Now they will say because everything I am exposing and telling you that will happen, okay? They will begin to point the fingers at me and say, we know, say you are happy. You are happy as things are not working in Nigeria. God will make Tinubu will succeed in Jesus' name. Allah will make Tinubu succeed. So they will blame me that is telling them what is going to happen. They will say it's me that is wishing Nigeria not to be okay. Not Tinubu and gang. But I'm still coming to you, the obedient. I just want us to go to the Supreme Court first. I guess some small jar of reactions. Here you get. And then I will give them follow-up. Today, the Supreme Court of Nigeria declared Tinubu as the duly elected president in Nigeria. And according to them, they said the evidence presented by Atiku and his team did not have the United States of America's government, court logo. They did not use the court, United States of American court letterheaded paper. And it was not conducted inside the courtroom. Everything I told you, they will say, is what they said. Yesterday, when I was telling you that, some people will be like, exactly what I told you they will say is what they said. So based on technicality, every evidence that they are trying to bring in cannot be used. Atiku should have go back to the tribunal, okay, and amend his plea, amend his application, you know, that is petition, and put the Chicago State University inside that. But they said, well, since that is already over 180 days, allowed by law to file evidence, Atiku is expecting the Supreme Court to take his evidence for him. So they can't, and the evidence self, they said even if the evidence is from the United States of American courts, there's a court judgment with evidence, they cannot take them because it was over the time they were supposed to submit that. So inside the court today, where all the goons were, at the Supreme Court, they didn't have that kind of security door per se. So they had to bring in a van. And that van, there's a kind of a scanner inside that van to scan everybody that will be going into the court. So as people were coming in, they walk inside the van, walk through the van, and then to the other side, there's a machine inside. I don't know what that was doing. But I'll see if I get to show you that the arrival in court. Mercy.
It was delivered on the 26th of May 2023.
Yes, can we do it that way? Let's start this. You go from the gate.
That was how they got in to scan everybody. Make sure say person they carry bomb. No carry bomb enter. So anyway, that's just a by the way. So inside the court where they were reading where they now said Peter Obi's petition and appeal, Atiku's petition and appeal, they lack merit. They are hereby dismissed. So they thrown them out, just like I told you yesterday. They flung them out and said, hey, we cannot touch them. The decision of the tribunal that did not look at any evidence, they said they were going to upheld. They didn't check anything too. They just kind of, but from the beginning, when the leader, listen to this one, very critical. You see the head of that Supreme Court panel, Justice Okoro, is expected to become your Chief Justice of Nigeria. You see this crop of the justices that you have right now, majority of them will not retire until 2029. So as they are, when they tell you that nobody will remove Tinubu again for the next 8 years, that area is already sealed. That Justice Okoro is expected to succeed Ariwola, your Chief Justice currently. Here you get. Now, that Okoro, when he walked straight into the courtroom today, the first thing he said was that, ladies and gentlemen, I wrote this judgment myself. Oh. Remember, there were already speculation that maybe the judgment is already written and has been handed over to them. Here you get. It was like, I wrote this myself. Oh. So before the judgment, Gandola was inside there, Werewike was there, Bajabia Mole was there. Who else was there? But take a look at this one.
Sir, shake hands with him now. You should come and join. Sir, join there, sir. Sir, come and join there. Yeah, you should join, yes, sir.
Tomorrow and you are congratulated him.
That's what you are congratulating. But you don't have the judgment. Or you already know.
So the media asking Gandola, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano, APC, Egbekebese chairman, then a PDP secretary also, was I a chairman? I don't even know. Anyway, that one was PDP in the middle. Then they were calling on Labour Party, Abure, to come and join them to take pictures, shake hands now. So Abure was like, why are you looking so happy? Like they have not delivered the judgment. So asking Gandola kind of, jokingly inside that court. There was actually a part where Werewike also walked in, but you don't need that. Let's go straight to when they were reading it and they said dismissed. And you will see Sheyi Tinubu inside the courtroom as well with this big kind of, you know what I mean?
It was delivered on the 26th of May 2023. This court cannot allow the matter to be relitigated in this very court. There must be an end to litigation. For us to sit down now and talk about when this man resigned or did not resign, when they did a fresh conference or fresh primaries to replace him, which we have done before. We are not going to do it again. This matter ought not to have come here. When the matter was pending at the trial court, this court delivered that judgment. If you read the judgment of the lower court, they mentioned it. That Supreme Court, this appeal lacks merit and is thereby dismissed. My lord, to my right, Abaji.
I agree with my learned brother, Justice John Ian Okoro, that this appeal, number SCCV 937, 2023, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi and the Independent National Electoral Commission lacks merit, and it is also dismissed by me.
My Lord Garba Jesse.
I also totally agree with the lead judgment that this appeal substantially canvass the same issues with the appeal number 935/2023, which this court has very comprehensively dealt with. And there is no need for us to repeat ourselves because the issues are the same. The only issue that's different, like pointed out by my learned brother, the PJ, is that about double nomination, which you have settled. And we do not intend to reopen it again in this appeal. On the whole, I also join the lead judgment to dismiss this appeal for lacking in merit.
So, their appeal, their petition, they were all dismissed for lack of merit. So you see, every crime that you know have been documented about Tinubu, right now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has legitimized all of them. You see that talk that Tinubu didn't go to Chicago State University, he submitted fake, forged his certificate, which is actually like forgery under the Nigerian law. All of that talk now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria says they believe Tinubu that presented no evidence to counter all the evidence presented against him. And then when it comes to the rigging, the INEC part, they also said since the tribunal did not see anything wrong, okay, they agreed with the tribunal. Okay, and the reaction outside the court, first, Werewike, then Gandola, then who else was there, and others, before we go into the ass old rock today. So first,
maybe you did not understand what he said. They say no special status. What he said that in terms of calculating or having the spouse square, you must not win FCT before you are declared president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That FCT is like another state, so that you don't need to say, oh, if you don't win FCT, therefore you cannot be declared. That's what he said.
So you must simply start with the APC crew. Can we say that you have moved to the...
I didn't come with APC crew. And in the court here, in the court here, I don't know where they said APC and PDP. I came here as somebody who's interested, as somebody who wants the country to move forward. So I congratulate Mr. President, and I think that this has come to the end. No more speculation. As well, Mr. President can focus and do what he's supposed to do for Nigeria.
Do you understand what I told you they wanted to achieve this with? There's no point in waiting for the FBI to release anything to further put, you know what I mean? Anything that anybody drop now, na Nigeria problem and Nigerians problem. So as it is now, Tinubu, in the face of Nigerian law, he has committed no crime. He is not a criminal. He is not a forger. It's not that. So that is enough for them. But how the rest of the world will then treat Nigeria after all of this, they don't care. But we'll get to that part. Gandola.
Election litigation and the delay it seems to constitute election litigation and the delay seems to constitute distraction. Will you be moving for some form of amendments?
Well, you see,
what is your advice to your opponents?
well, you see, this is a developing democracy in a developing nation, so you expect such distractions to occur. But I believe we fine-tune our laws, especially electoral laws, and we believe we shall come to the mature stage that we are expecting. Pertaining to acceptance of this verdict, I urge our colleagues, politicians, to accept it in good faith. And also I have to use this opportunity to congratulate politicians, to congratulate the leaders of the opposition political parties, because it is better for them to resort to judiciary, which they have done so, rather than taking, arms against
against
each other. Yeah. So we have to congratulate our politicians for resulting to judiciary, and the judiciary has done well. It means that democracy is getting matured in Nigeria.
And he also advised Peter Obi and Atiku to wait till 2031 before they can pursue any of their ambitions. What is one of the lawyers to Labour Party and Peter Obi has to say? Kenneth Okonkwo, outside the court.
As a fine imposed on the second respondent for the proceeds of narcotics and money laundering by the District Court of Illinois. I sat down too. I did not hear it. And I wonder whether that was swept under the carpet or was an oversight, because the lead judgment was detailed on all other issues. And they said all the issues there have been overtaken by event in all our own issues. And I did not hear the issue of the forfeiture. And so that's why I said I disagree respectfully, even though the decision is binding.
The 4% issue has also been laid to rest.
Yes, it has been laid to rest. The Supreme Court has the authority to interpret the Constitution. It is their prerogative as the arm of government imbued with the power to interpret. That is the interpretation they have given to it, and it is binding on us all. That's what I'm going to say on it.
What's your take on the reasoning of IRA? How does it going to affect our future elections?
That is very interesting, because the only paragraph the Supreme Court brought to the notice of the world, which was quite interesting, is that even the Supreme Court agreed that non-uploading of the result on IRA reduced the confidence of the people in the election. I heard it clearly. Meaning that even the Supreme Court agrees that the election was not credible, or as credible as it ought to have been if the result was uploaded. So credibility is one of the three arms of an election for the people. Free, fair, and credible. Credible means believable. Why shut out the people for the right the law has given unto them? So I was very glad that the Supreme Court pointed it out, that not uploading of the result reduced the confidence of Nigerians in it, meaning that it cannot be presumed to be credible because Nigerians were shut out in it. So I love that particular part. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. 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 Alhamdulillah.
Last, don't cast.
You don't cast, last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
More go inside the rock, inside the asshole rock. How are they reacting in the asshole rock? From Kolu to the rest of Nigerians, he said, this judgment has made him more determined to work hard, and he wants to work more for you. That all you are seeing right now, they are just like simple. He's going to work hard, and he wants all of you to get ready too. Let's go inside the rock. Initially, I actually told one of his boys, Akuri Nigalele, that your job is safe. I bet that's what he told all of them. Your job, all of you, your job is safe. Don't worry. I'll show you that one. Inside the rock first.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I agree.
Congratulations, Your Excellency.
Your job is secured.
Stop too.
Your job is secured.
Congratulations, Your Excellency. Gentlemen, congratulations to the President. Having been confirmed by the Supreme Court as the 5-star general, as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Congratulations, Your Excellencies.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Inshallah, all our renewal shall come to manifestation. Amen.
All your children is secured.
Let the president
let the president be.
See them? Don't worry, guys. All your jobs are secure. You are fine. Now go and face those Nigerians that are going to come for us. Inside that same place too here.
Yes.